Gemini Cancer, to your love reading for November. I hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay. And best message coming out. Best message coming out is, give us a couple over here. I love this. It's talking about that hard work, productivity. A little bit of hard work over here when it comes to trying to, you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Virgo or a Capricorn, but it does feel like this relationship is taking a lot of hard work. Okay, and having the multiple priorities. So it does feel like you've been working very hard in this relationship, but they're having so many multiple priorities. It just feels like them coming towards you is very slow. Trying to balance these decisions out. You might even feel like for some reason that they're kind of pushing you to the side, as they're kind of obsessed with their own work, right? So you could say, you know what, you're obsessed with your own work. Okay, so yeah, they're having a lot of self-doubt about this situation. I think you're having a lot of self-doubt too. You know, it's almost like because they're overcommitting themselves to whatever situation is going on, and it looks like a lot of you, it is definitely work. Obsessed with their wealth, obsessed with their work, right? So definitely feeling like, you know what, there was a lot of moodiness that was going towards them as well. So it does feel like as they're becoming over, committed to this work, either you are becoming over moody or they're becoming over moody towards you. I mean, it could be both, right? It could definitely be both, as you're coming at them saying, you know, are you going to pay attention to me, or are you just going to worry about work all the time? Or work about, you know, your hobby or whatever it is that they're obsessing over, as they're kind of closing that door on you, not juggling you. See what I'm saying? Overcommitting themselves to one area of their life and not giving you much attention. Right? So, which could cause your moodiness and then cause their moodiness as well. I do feel like a snap scenario, that snap back scenario, like you're like, well, you know, I would like to do something. And then they're like, oh, really? Okay. You know what I mean? And they snap back. So definitely, yeah, but it does look like, you know what, all you really want is this breakthrough, right? As you are really trying to, you know, fix the situation, right? But it's almost like they're giving you almost no choice to kind of let them go, because, hey, you know what? And it's like, here's a scenario. You either want to let them go, or, you know, in a good committed situation at this time, maybe it's just a monthly thing, and it's kind of like, you know what, we're married, I'm not going to like divorce them because of it, you know what I'm saying, or let them go. It could just be that you're going to let the situation go. You know what, I'm just going to let this situation go, it'll pass, right? So take that how it resonates on how you're letting go. You know, directly, right? I mean, if you're married, you're not going to let somebody go just because they're overcommitted to their hobby right now. You're working on that car too much, I'm getting a divorce. You can marry the damn car. You know what I mean? Unless it's something, you know, unless you're having a lot of problems, and this is just another thing on top of a cake. You know what I mean? This is just the top, you know, that's just the icing, you know, with the cherry on the top or whatever, right? But no, for most of you, it's, you know, either I'm done with this relationship because you ignore me and we're boyfriend and girlfriend scenario, or we're married and I'm just going to let it go, let it slide for this month because I've had enough of this, right? So however it is, you're going to trust your intuition about what it is. You guys know it's your story, right, on how it's going to happen, right? Because overcoming the challenge, right? And it's the career focus for most of them. They're over. Like, it's either a hobby, it's definitely either a hobby in the 6th house, or it is the career. Okay? It's literally one or the other. They're either focusing too much time on a hobby or too much time at the office and not, you know, definitely ignoring you. Within your own intuition, though, you're going to know exactly what to do as the time comes, as the bigger picture grows. Okay? So, I mean, literally. And there's some obsessive behavior going on over here, and you know it, right? You're just waiting for them to come clean about the situation. Admit that you are doing this. I think that's all you really want. I think you just want them to admit that they're overcommitting their time. Give me some time. Give me some attention, right? So we can just kind of, walk past this phase and, continue. You know what? We put in too much hard work over here in this relationship, for it to just, close a door like this, And let's see how they feel about the situation. Well, with the wisdom and the trust and what they're doing, they do feel like, this is where they're supposed to be. They do feel committed to the situation. The Hierophant is a card of commitment. And they're saying that they are committed to their finances. They are overcommitted. For a lot of you, it is work. They are overcommitted to work. And they do know this. But they just feel like they have to because they are really working towards the discipline, keeping themselves disciplined, keeping themselves as the emperor. But they do. They feel like, they feel also like you're being a little impatient with them. But they also feel a little indecisive about what it is that they really need for the situation, guys. Okay. And it's crazy. Look, you guys are a power couple. The Empress and and the Emperor. They just feel like you're being a little impatient with them as they're trying to do something right now. But I do feel like, they are. And if this is a marriage, which we do have the marriage card here, they could feel like, well, I'm the father or I'm the mother, right? And I'm trying my hardest to keep everything going, the way it wants to go. Christmas is on its way. I'm trying to do this and that. You see what I'm saying? So it just feels like they're trying to be overly disciplined about the situation. But they're not freeing themselves. They're keeping themselves from freedom. To express themselves towards you in anything that has to do within this loving, bonding way. And yeah, there is going to be some direct communication this month from them. They want to clear their mind about the situation where they feel like their mind is a little muckled and, everything's a little muddy, right? Maybe things are being swept underneath the rug a little more than it needs to be. Maybe they feel like they're the elephant in the room or making you feel like the elephant in the room. However it is, but it does feel like, they do feel like the relationship is becoming kind of a dead pasture over here where the grass is not greener at this situation because they do feel like, they know that they're obsessed with work. I'm sorry. 9 of Pentacles are obsessed with work. They know it. There's false success. They do feel like they're hustling. They feel like there's a hustle and a bustle right now to keep going. Yeah. But there is going to be a tower, and they're going to bring this tower about. This tower, you guys will have a tower that is coming because you do feel like you're out in the cold. And, yeah, and this is going to cause a lot of fear and anxiety for them. But there's a lot of fear and anxiety for you, so you're both going to feel the fear and anxiety about this situation. You're both going to have some nightmares. You're both going to feel like you're trapped. You're both going to feel like you're in complete despair about the situation. Right, until you can actually plant the seeds, move forward, and have this discussion about what is going on. It does look like you will be trying one more time as you are moving forward. It looks like there is some kind of, willpower and courage that will come out of this situation, but this will have this abruptness, whether or not that it depends on how the tower is going to come, but how it definitely, the tower being above the Queen of Swords, whether you're dealing with a Gemini, you talking, or them talking, Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, or this Leo, however it is, it's definitely, this direct communication is going to cause a tower. How abrupt it will be? Well, we know one thing, it's going to cause despair, right? And arguments, and somebody is definitely going to feel like they're out in the cold within this situation. And it definitely could be them. This could be also dealing with a Taurus. And you might, they may feel like you just left them out in the cold. Yeah. Because there's going to be an open, honest communication. And I do believe it's going to come from you about this challenge, right? Or however it's going to come, right? Whoever opens their mouth first. And now we have the King and Queen of Swords over here. So there is definitely this huge, huge conversation. Okay, and I do see backs turned, but I do see trying one more time. So it does look like we can plant the seeds. Do we want to try this one more time? Or are we just going to avoid the situation because this card of trying one more time or total 100% avoidance? Meaning, that's it, I'm done, I'm just going to avoid it. I'm turning my back and looking the other way. So it's going to be different for everybody. Some of you are going to try again, and some of you are going to avoid it and let it do its thing. You see what I'm saying? whatever, turn your back and go the other way, go the other direction. Okay. Okay. And that was it for you, my friends. Until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.